Hello Aquarius, thank you for tuning back in for your March Zodiac wheel reading for 2019. I'm Elle, your Psychic Astrologer, and this reading is for Aquarian sun signs, rising signs and moon signs. So if you know what your rising sign is and your moon sign is, Aquarius, then make sure you do check those readings as well so that you can have a more all-round forecast. Now, my readings are of a general nature and therefore the collective. So by watching and checking in on your moon sign readings and your rising sign readings, it helps to, give you a more complete picture, really. And of course, at the end of the reading, I do the confirmation card reading as well with these astrology readings. Okay, so I'd just like to invite Great Spirit, angels and my guides. Whoops. Oh, excuse me, I'll just grab those. They're really eager to get the message out to you, Aquarius. What did we end up with? We ended up with the Queen of Wands there, so the message of loyalty and friendship and a very passionate female energy. So you may find yourself being passionate, or you will be encountering passionate woman in your experience here through March. Okay, so thank you, Great Spirit and angels and my guides, for the messages through this reading for Aquarians, for their highest good and for the good of all concerned. Now, firstly, one of the shifts that is taking place straight up in March is Venus will be going into your sign, Aquarius. Venus, the planet of love and beauty. So Venus also affects our finances, so there could be an enhancement there that is due as well, or just maybe some relief coming with financial pressure. And the only warning I have with Venus at this stage anyway is, be careful what you spend your money on, because when a Venus transit is affecting us strongly, we can often buy ourselves something that at the time we think is beautiful, and then once the transit's moved on, we look at it and think, what did I get that for? So just just a little warning there with that. Okay, so here in the first house we have the Hangman. Now, interestingly enough, quite a few of the readings have had Hangman in their first house. So I think there's a call all round for everybody to be a little bit patient with themselves, patient with others. Being in the first house, it is about the self and how others see you. And it's also a very spiritually enlightening energy being given here from the Hangman. And one of which is sacrifice. being willing to make the sacrifice. So that's not saying that you have to be a sacrificial lamb, but in order to get one thing, you may need to sacrifice something else. And with that, needing to be patient. Now here in your area of oh, excuse me, I've got a little bit of a cold, which is a tad annoying. It's just a head cold, so hopefully it'll pass soon. Yeah, so your second house, it's showing me that you are worrying about your resources, worrying about your income here with the Eight of Swords. But it is also saying that, you know, you need to really be more decisive about what you're going to do with what you've got. You can either wishy-washy, you can be, you know, changing your mind and batting things backwards and forwards, but that's not solving the problem or the issue or getting you out of the situation that you're in. And I just feel that that is one of the main messages coming through here in the second house, is how you use your resources in order to boost your self-worth. You know, if you have to sacrifice something and you're worrying about losing face because you have to let that go, just realise that's your ego and that's not really necessarily for your highest good. That kind of energy is what is playing out here. So, yeah, just stop the worrying and find the clarity in it, because the Eight of Swords can be, you know, like clouding your thoughts and interrupting your usually very sharp intellect. So there's that kind of energy is what I'm feeling you're being influenced by here in your area of income and how you earn your money and what you do with that money. Now, in your communication area, I feel that, you know, you may be a little bit overwhelmed by all the communication that you're receiving. There's a lot of people trying to contact you, or a lot of messages trying to find their way to you. You could even find yourself scanning your messages before you answer the phone, type of thing, because it's sort of weighing you down. But you're trudging along nonetheless, and, you know, sometimes you may just find that you need to just be quite blunt with people and tell them, you know, how you see it. You know, you're not there to just let them sort of dump on you, really. So a little bit more taking care of your own thoughts and dealing with your own stuff in that area, and finding it a little bit overwhelming taking on everybody else's as well. So just be aware of that, because you know, like, sometimes people can be critical, and you really don't need criticism, you need some inspiration. So if you find that you know, you're being criticised, you need to let those people know that, you know, that's not that's really not helpful at the moment. you know, you could be a little bit shy of speaking up, but I'm being told, you know, don't just be quiet and let someone talk over the top of you. You know, get out what you need to get out and put your case forward as well. Because Chiron is going into that third house of yours, Aquarius, and Chiron is the known as the wounded healer, and it's the wounds that we sustain in our youth that is associated with this energy from Chiron, because it's moving into Aries. So it is a passionate and action-packed kind of sign that the Chiron energy will be dealing with. So some healing being able to take place there, and maybe you're even experiencing being able to express some of your past hurts and get it out, so that it actually starts to heal any of that kind of shyness or not being able to be speaking up or being heard. Because I feel that's what you really are needing to do. You need to be heard, and it's going to take you standing up and getting your point across, and it'll make you feel better once that person or those people have actually really heard where you're coming from. So then that takes us to your base of your zodiac wheel, which is your 4th house, and this is your foundation of the zodiac wheel, and it's showing that you are putting your pennies away. So you are trying to hold on to what you can to build for the future endeavours that you want to undertake. And you've got the Uranus energy here in the 4th house also, Aquarius. So the focus of change will be in your innermost personal, intimate area. And it will show where in your life you need reform. And it'll give you a sense of freedom. And you crave that freedom. So I really do feel that you're setting up something here in March to do with your home or your personal life that will probably shake things up a bit, because the Uranus energy is a very sudden, unexpected kind of thing, but ultimately it takes away what we have outgrown, or it takes away what has been limiting us, and brings in what we need to be liberated and set free, basically. So if you're someone that doesn't like change, then you will find this very difficult and upsetting. But you know, I urge you to embrace the change, because the change that is taking place will bring you into the place that you actually really want to be in, and you will make the necessary sacrifices that you need in order to do that. Now, here in the 5th house we have the Star of Hope. Now, this area of your life in the 5th house is your fun house, so it's all your amusements and love and matters of the heart and creativity. So you're hoping here to be able to spend more time enjoying that side of life, and you know, going with the changes and making the sacrifices that need to be made. You will be able to have that fulfilled. It's only if you hold on and fear the change, and you know, as I said, with this 8 of Swords, get too caught up with your ego driven energies of, you know, I've got this so it makes me look like that, whereas if I let that go then I look like this. It's sort of gone beyond that now, Aquarius. It's not about how you are seen, it's about what's going to, you know, fulfill you and make you happy and bring about the wishes that you dearly wish would manifest. So that's the Star of Hope there in your 5th house, saying that you can have it. It's just going to take you a good look at your options to really, and put it into action to really realise that. Here in your working life, we have that Queen of Wands that popped out there at the beginning, and she is again letting you know that you do have friends in high places. Interesting. She's a very honest, loyal female energy. Is our Queen of Wands, fire sign. Aries, Leo and Sagittarians are represented by the Queen of Wands. And health-wise, with the Queen of Wands there, I feel that you're going to actually, if you've been suffering any sort of ailments of a recent time, you will be starting to feel better. Now, relationships and partnerships are under a wonderful influence with the Ace of Cups here. The Ace of Cups is new love and the beginning of a new romance. So that's really lovely for a relationship area of your zodiac wheel. And in relation to business, you could find you will be getting involved in, or are already involved in, a business that you really do love. And you've got also the attitude here of the Ace of Cups of you looking at your glass as half full. So relationships are under a very positive energy there with the Ace of Cups, and of course Venus being in Aquarius as of the 1st of March. Now, the Five of Wands is showing a challenge and a bit of a struggle, but it's not done with aggression, it's done with gusto, really. So, and it's letting, and being from the 8th house is showing that the influence it has in there is that you're every bit good enough to go for that loan, ask for that raise, and have that financial assistance come that you need to help you propel you forward. So you know, you may have to go through a bit of red tape, but it will be beneficial to you and strengthen your quality of life and enhance your quality of life as well. 9th house here, we have the Judgment card. Now, Judgment here is saying to me that you're going to be seeing the light. There's going to be some kind of epiphany, because the 9th house is all about our higher consciousness as well as our higher education and other cultures and foreign lands. And I just feel here that there's something that's going to dawn on you, and your judgment is right about that, Aquarius. So trust that intuitive knowing. You know what you've got to do, whether you want to do it or not, which doesn't, this is what you're battling with. You don't really want to have to do that, but you know what you've got to do, and by doing it you will lift yourself up and into a whole new phase of life over the next 7 years, which is the period of the transit through any sign of a 7-year period and of Uranus. And I feel that the Uranus transit is going to be very much affecting Aquarians, and yeah, sometimes not bringing about the change exactly the way we would like it. So, but change is coming nonetheless, and if you don't help the change come and adjust accordingly, then the universe will make it happen. And often when it's made happen without you actually creating it to happen and putting your action into the effort that it needs to happen, it can be very upsetting or disconcerting how it comes about. But change is coming anyway. And yeah, there is that restlessness connected with you also, Aquarius. So this Ace of Wands is the energy. It's like there's all this energy bubbling up, and it's in the zenith of our wheel. So it wants to branch out in a new direction, and you will feel even more restless if you keep suppressing that energy. But you know, it's a wonderful sign there with that Ace of Wands of increasing how you earn your money. So if you are looking for a little bit of a boost there, of a bit of extra income, it's showing here that you will be able to have that also presented to you. So the opportunity is going to arrive for you to do that. Otherwise, with the career, it's definitely a new beginning, new path with full of a lot of new potential, and you're feeling the enthusiasm, and you know, if you do have to wait, you will be feeling, you know, so eager and keen that it will be quite a restless energy that that you're going to sort of suppress a little bit till you can, you know, walk through that new door. But the doors are opening. And here in your 11th house is your friendship area, your social area, and it's also your hopes and wishes. And it's showing here with the 7 of Pentacles that you've got choice in that, and you can start picking and choosing what you want to manifest. So you may surprise yourself at how well you are manifesting your hopes and wishes in your life, Aquarius. And again, another Ace of Swords. So you know, that's absolute determination. And in the 12th house, you may have felt that you lacked the determination, but as I said, you've got that restless energy being shown to me, and the sacrifice that you're willing to make, and you know, not feel that feeling of being able to have the lifestyle that you so dearly would enjoy, and the new also giving you that new oomph for life and that spark back into what I feel may have become, in your eyes anyway, Aquarius, a bit dull. But yeah, so there is a meeting of the minds here too with the Ace of Swords. So whoever your love interest is, you will be able to really click on an intellectual level. So you have three aces. You got the Ace of Cups, the Ace of Wands, and the Ace of Swords. So that is new new beginnings in business and enterprise as well, Aquarius. So I'll now focus on the confirmation reading for you, Aquarius, for March 2019. I ask the angels, Great Spirit, and my guides for any message for Aquarians, for their highest good, for the confirmation of their reading, for their highest good, and for the good of all concerned. Okay, thank you. We have two cards here for you, Aquarius. Firstly, we have the 10 of Autumn, and it's the Golden Retriever dog. Oh, they are the most beautiful dog. I've got a gorgeous chocolate Labrador, and he is just the love of my life at the moment. The Golden Retriever message for you, Aquarians, is contentment comes from knowing that your finances are secure and your family's material needs are taken care of. It's important to honour traditions and have pride in your heritage and the accomplishments of your ancestors. Oh, wonderful. That is very comforting news for you, Aquarians, because I do feel, as I said, your financial business area of the reading, we're really saying you have to make a willing sacrifice to bring about the change that you need to change your lifestyle, or to give you the lifestyle that you need. And there's new opportunities for extra income also. And then we have animal message is 15, and it's ego, and it's the Siamese cat. So Siamese cat medicine is, you may find that you're trapped in your situation, but that's not true. Be careful not to overly focus upon material wealth and break free of negative thinking. Well, Aquarius, I was shown that here. So yes, you know, yeah, that's right. You do feel trapped. You do feel burdened, and you do feel limited. But it is showing that that's all about to change, and you know, be a part of making that change happen. Don't sit there and wait for that change to happen, because you may not like how it happens. And even if you are not liking the fact that you've got to change things, you know, change is good. You don't know what life could be unfolding for you if you don't allow change to unfold and happen. So that's your messages and reading here for you, Aquarius. I hope you have enjoyed it, and please do leave me a comment in the comments box. And if you have enjoyed your reading and it resonates with you, do click on the like button, and please subscribe so that you can receive any future updates that I may upload. And for now, I'd just like to thank all you beautiful people for liking and sharing and commenting, and I look forward to you tuning back in with me in April for your April reading, and we will talk again then. So until then, thank you for being a part of my channel, and much love, light, and many blessings to you all. Namaste.